Put yourself in Joel Berry's situation. You're a senior point guard at UNC. You're the leading scorer of the team and competing for the national championship. You win the national championship game. You score a game-high 22 points and most outstanding player for the Final Four. You receive a ring for your championship, but you don't receive anything else. No compensation, no money. But the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill makes money off of the national championship win. College athletes deserve to be paid for their contributions to their schools. Some of you may not be sports fans, some fans, or some may be college athletes, but we all can agree if you weren't getting paid for your work, you would be mad, right? So through researching this topic and being a sports fan myself, I've concluded that college athletes should be compensated for their hard work. It is the college athletes' right to make money off of their talents and contribute to their contributions to their universities. So college athletes, according to Ganesh Sethi of CNBC, can begin making money off of their likeness. This only meets the problem. Only meets the problem for lack of compensation halfway. As an example, Trevor Lawrence led Clemson to the national football title and to an undefeated season. According to Manny Robinson of Greenville News, through ticket sales, the national championship win, their deal with Nike, and apparel sales, and many other forms of money, the Clemson football program earned about $50 million that season. But not a single penny went to any of the players that made that season special and made that money for that school. Because these athletes contribute commitment to their sport and to their goal of winning the national championship, they do not have the time to get a job to be able to make their own money. Many college athletes come from different backgrounds, including from homes who struggle to have money for spending money. Even though certain athletes get scholarships, some even full rides, they don't even have spending money to go out and get dinner or go on a date. According to a Sports Illustrated article published in July 2018, 12 UNC football players were suspended for selling team-issued gear. These players didn't have the money for everyday college life, so they did what all they could do, which was sell their possessions. These possessions happen to be team-issued gear, which is apparently against the rules. And sometimes having no money goes to very large extremes. According to Joseph Zucker of Bleacher Report, in his article published on April 7th, 2014, Shabazz Napier of the University of Connecticut, who led the University of Connecticut to a national championship, he went to bed starving every night, after practice, after games, you name it. This was a big story at the time because Shabazz led UConn to the national championship. He was most outstanding player for his team as they won the national championship. And so he was a big name in college basketball. This story exploded because of his popularity, but there are many stories like this of athletes who are not as popular as Shabazz and go untold. And so athletes are suffering due to the lack of spending money. To keep athletes from going to bed hungry, we must compensate the athletes for their commitment to their respective programs. This has only been met halfway with the allowing them to make money off their likeness. That only benefits those that are popular. And the athletes that ride the bench, that contribute during practice and in warm-ups, deserve as much as the starters to be able to make money. These players, by saying that they need to be compensated, we're not saying that they need to be paid thousands of dollars every month. It just should be enough spending money for the month, like $100 a month or so on. The solution to this problem is simple. Student athletes in college deserve to be paid for their commitment to their respected programs. Now just think about this hypothetical. You're a college athlete from a small town in Tennessee. You're getting scouted to be a tennis player at the top schools in the nation. You're recruited, and as a freshman, you're the number 1 seed on your team, and you lead your team to a national championship. You get a ring, but you go home that night, and you have no food in your refrigerator in your dorm room to eat. Just think about that.
Gabriel McClendon, 17.
Clara Brown, 16.
Anna Woolley, 17.
Quentin Lockhart, 16.
Zeb Harry, 17.